Morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Well, we're going to do a St. Patty's Day stew. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Stephanie. And together we are cooking times two. All right, Stacy, let's talk about our aprons today.
Well, we have some nice St. Patty's Day aprons. They were given to us by our friend. Her name's Kathy. And if you're from our hometown in Illinois, she's Kathy who married Kevin. So I think you'll know who that is, and we thank you so much. Steph doesn't know this, but I bought a little audition to go. Silly,
okay, we do. But anyway, okay, why don't you tell us about our recipe today?
Okay, get the camera and come on over to the stove. I'm a lot, and my sister and my whole family is a lot of Irish, and so are my cousins on the rice side. Anyway, we like all kinds of food, but I like to try different foods from Ireland. This is called Dublin stew, and look how I'm cutting my bacon.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I'm cutting this to show anybody who does not like to use a knife to cut bacon. These work the best.
Well, they do a good job on all kinds of things.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to the stew.
Okay.
The stew, if you want to look at the pan, the stew starts with a little bit of olive oil. You don't want to put too much because this is going to have pork in it. It's like a heart attack stew, I'm telling you, because it's all pork products. But, you know, this is what they make in Dublin.
Okay, so what are we going to do with that bacon?
You just put it in there with it.
Okay.
And you put 10 nice thick cut strips of bacon.
Okay.
So that's a lot of bacon, but that's a lot of flavor and a lot of good taste, so that'll be good. And you cook it until the bacon starts getting kind of crispy looking and brown.
Okay.
This is also called Dublin Coddle. I don't know, coddle means rustic, and it's going to be all pork related, which is awesome if you like pork. So you're supposed to go ahead and saute that, and all that bacon grease will kind of just stay in there. You just leave it in there. You go ahead and you put in what they call bangers.
Okay.
Which
put
is
in
a
your
pork sausage.
Okay.
This is a banger. I didn't go down to the Irish store that we were talking about the other day because I didn't have time. So these are just traditional pork sausages. I actually was told the other day you can even use the bratwurst because they taste really good.
You know, the bratwurst would actually be probably even better.
That would probably be even better. And then, guys, if that's not enough pork, go ahead and add your ham.
Good old-fashioned ham chunks.
You're supposed to leave it pretty chunky. Everything's supposed to be chunky and stewed. Potatoes go in it, and they're supposed to be rustic. Do you know what a rustic potato is?
Well,
no,
rustic?
You don't.
No.
Rustic, not russet.
Oh, no.
This is a rustic
I thought you meant russet.
potato.
Okay.
This is what you call rustic in the recipe.
Oh, let me guess. They don't peel all the skin off.
Yes. And to me, that's lazy man potato.
Yes.
I would call that lazy man potato.
Yes, that is lazy man
or
potato.
Or lazy woman. Let's just go ahead and make it non-rustic.
Yeah.
And let's just peel it off.
Yeah.
Because some people do not like potato skins in their potatoes.
Yeah, I don't like it when I go somewhere and get mashed potatoes and I'm fighting with those skins.
I don't either. It makes me sick, actually. I just don't like it. And it doesn't look nice. You go ahead and you take, I would say, low sodium.
Yes,
or reduced
definitely.
Sodium, because this is full of sodium.
Yeah, this is not a recipe you're going to add a lot of salt to.
No.
Right.
And you fill up the whole thing with this liquid of broth. You got your broth in there, and it is reduced sodium chicken broth.
Okay. All right.
That's what people recommend on this. It says salt and pepper. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do a little pepper.
Little bit of pepper.
And I'm not doing any
You know,
salt
salt's one of those things you can add at the table if you want it. Okay.
It says go ahead and put parsley in.
Okay.
Put your potatoes in.
Yes.
And then I'm going to give it a quick stir. And this isn't going to do it. I'm going to have to use this big heavy duty.
Yeah, the wooden spoons for the more serious stuff here.
This is like the crane of the utensil world.
Yeah.
The crane of the kitchen.
There we go.
Okay. Then you add your
carrots.
Which I bought baby carrots for something else.
Yeah.
And I'm using what was left.
Well, yeah, you know, like we keep saying, guys, use what's in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
There's no sense in wasting it just to have, you know, the specific thing just right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use what's in there.
Don't have exactly what you need, make it without it. This would be just as good without the the ham in
carrots.
it. It'd be
Yeah.
just as good maybe without the carrots.
Or the
carrots
bacon, maybe.
are totally optional.
Yeah.
I actually added the carrots because I love carrots, and I wanted to
Okay.
use them.
All right, now we're going to get our lid on there and tell us about the temperature that we're going to put this on.
Okay.
And
This is going to cook on 300, and
Uh-huh.
it's going to cook for about 2 hours.
oh wow. Okay.
It's slow and low.
Slow and
That's
low.
how this
Okay.
is. While this is cooking, Steph is going to make Irish soda bread.
Woo!
She's like
Yeah.
a bread master. I'm calling her bread master because she is still, since the pandemic started, for some reason, Steph immediately during pandemic started baking bread.
Yes.
All of a sudden, boom, she's baking bread. She's slicing white bread. She's slicing sourdough bread. She's trying a wheat recipe.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Okay, guys, now I'm going to show you how to make a nice loaf of Irish soda bread. It's traditional Irish soda bread. So you take 4 cups of all-purpose flour, you put it in your sifter, and you need to go ahead and sift it. While I'm sifting it, I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of salt, which I always use the Himalayan pink salt. It's actually better for your cholesterol, for your blood pressure if you use that. So that's why I do it. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to keep sifting and sifting. Actually, it works a little faster if I just do it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of it and get it in there. Irish soda bread was something that when the Irish came to America especially, they were so thankful to have this recipe because it was a dense bread and it was a hearty bread. And it went with so many things. And it was so cheap to make. So that was one of the blessings that they brought to our country was the soda bread, okay? We have 4 cups of the flour. We have our baking soda and our salt in there. Now we're going to add 1 3/4 cups of buttermilk, okay? We're going to add it just a little bit at a time, like maybe 1/3 of the buttermilk, of the amount. And we're going to stir this in. Now, Irish soda bread has lots of different variations. If you want a more sweet bread, like to have for breakfast as almost a dessert bread, you add sugar or honey, okay?
Yeah.
If you want to add cranberries, dried cranberries, or raisins, a lot of the Irish soda breads have raisins in them, but this is not going to be a sweet bread because this is going to go with our stew.
Yeah.
This needs to be a rustic, crusty bread, and so that's what we're making today. And then I'm going to take a little bit of flour and put on my hands, and I'm going to bring this dough out and put it onto my board, okay? I'll put a little flour on my hands too, okay? And we're going to bring that out.
Now this, you can probably work more than you can a biscuit.
Oh yeah,
right?
actually we have to knead it,
Oh,
okay?
good.
We have
Okay.
to knead it.
All right.
So we bring it all out, and then we're going to knead it. You don't need every bit of it, but you don't want to waste it. So now I'm just kind of trying to get it incorporated together. It's not ready to knead yet, and that's when I show you how it looks when you're going to knead it, then we can pause it.
Okay.
Okay, so, we'll get some of that dry stuff off of there. All right, so it's going to look kind of rustic. It's not going to come together perfectly like a pizza dough or a biscuit crust can do, or a biscuit recipe can do, or even a pie crust, okay?
I want to
So-
scrape some more of the dryer off
So
they can
we'll
see
get
it
that
better.
off of there. And then we'll go ahead and get some more flour on the board. Just the plain flour, no chunks. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start
It's
kneading
looking
it.
much better.
Okay, put it in a circle and just kind of push your fist into the bread. Do this for about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so now after 20 minutes of serious cardio here, actually no, about 5 minutes, okay, of
It's looking like it should. It's
kneading
looking
this
good.
bread. Now, what you want to do is you want to kind of make it a nice big round loaf, okay?
Yeah.
And you let it set for just a second. And then we're going to talk about our pan.
Okay.
I'm going to cook it in a cast iron skillet, okay? And I've already coated the bottom with some oil. But I'm also going to do this because I do not want to have to fight with that loaf to get it out. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to spray that with a little oil as well. Okay.
What is in that oil? What makes it different? That looks different.
Well, it's baking oil and it has a little bit of flour in it as well.
Okay. All right.
So that's why it looked a little different. So you see our pan. We got it prepared.
Got it prepped.
We're going to go ahead and put our bread in that. And we're just going to pat it out for really no particular reason.
Do you have to put oil, butter, anything?
No,
on
not
top?
right now. Other than the fact that I just want to pat it out and make sure it's shaped nice, okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to do one thing. We're going to score the bread.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to cut it this way. We're going to put an X in it.
Oh.
Okay?
X marks the spot.
So we're going to put an X in it. And it doesn't matter if it pulls over a little bit when you do it.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
all right.
Okay.
Now we're going to put that in an oven
Okay.
set at 425.
Okay.
And we're going to cook it for 30 minutes with foil on top. Okay? And then we're going to take it out after 30 minutes and take the foil off, okay?
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
cook it for 15 more.
All right.
Look at that soda bread.
Oh,
Okay, look, because we took
delicious.
the time to put that parchment paper down. Look how easy that is to get out of that skillet. Now
That
what we're
looks
going
so
to do
good.
is we're going to take some fresh Amish country butter. We have an Amish community up here close by, and we get the butter from the Amish. And oh, do they know how to make butter.
yeah.
This will work. So you rub a little bit of fresh butter on top, and you see how it just kind of soaks it up because it's a dense bread and it's very hot.
Looks delicious. I got a wonderful handy dandy kitchen tool. You think you
Oh,
can handle
my
it? This
goodness.
is my kitchen power tool.
Okay, well,
Just
let's
push
try
the
it.
button and
Okay.
be careful.
Woo, look at that. There we
All
go.
Push
Oh.
down a little bit, and there you go. That's not
Oh,
just for
wow.
carving turkey.
That is wonderful.
Okay,
That looks
let's
great.
stop on that. We don't want to
Okay.
do the whole loaf, and then let's open it up and see what it looks like.
All right, now let's try a little bit of this with some butter on it.
Just give me that little piece that broke off there. Not that one, this right here.
Oh,
Yeah, I just a little bite because I'm going to save a big piece for when we eat our stew.
okay. There we
So
go.
that's what I'm really looking
Now
forward
let me
to.
see.
Well, Ashley, why don't you just taste it?
Okay.
Tell us what you think.
Well,
I hear the crunch.
that is crunchy. Now, remember, this is the piece off the bottom. Here's a little softer piece. I'm going to try it. Put a little butter on that.
It's still crispy.
Oh, my word. It's
Sounds
so-
good.
I hate to talk with my mouth full, but
Is it good?
it's delicious. This
All
bread is delicious, guys. Make this bread. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy
Irish
peasy.
soda bread. Easy peasy bread.
All right,
just
we'll be
like-
back when the stew's done.
Okay.
The stew's been in for 2 hours and about
Oh,
10
let's
minutes.
let's look at it. And I haven't looked at
Oh my word, that looks
looks
delicious.
beautiful.
Give it a stir.
it. Stir it up.
Oh,
a little bit.
look at that. Look at that steam coming out. Oh, that looks delicious.
I'm
Well,
gonna plate some up.
yeah,
and we're
let's
gonna
get
give
some
it
in a
try.
bowl here and
I'll fill one up totally, just for looks,
okay.
and then the other one maybe not so much.
Okay. Well, that's
my.
good. That's good, sis. Oh, that looks wonderful. All right.
I'll go ahead and do the other one.
Okay.
And it can be
Well, I'm
cool.
going to have you take a taste of that, and then you grab a piece of that soda bread and taste that as well.
You know, how come I'm always the one doing the tasting around here?
Well, because I don't know, for some reason I end up doing the filming,
Almost
so
every time.
that's fine. All right. Go ahead and give that a
I'm
try.
gonna put a little butter. I added
Okay.
a couple friends here, our 2 little Irish
Oh,
guys.
there, yeah, okay. Little leprechauns.
The
One of them's got a little thing of gold there. He must have found the end of the rainbow.
I
Okay.
also have Irish tea. We're doing it
Oh,
upright today.
that's right.
aren't we?
Okay, so let's go ahead and get your little pepper on that. Here we go.
I'll put a little bit on yours because I know you like. Okay, here's the perfect bite. It's got a little bit of everything that's in it on the fork.
Well, what do you think?
Probably my favorite recipe that we've done. Now the bread's been soaking a little bit. in the
Let's look
broth.
at that stew up close here.
This
Oh,
one's even
That
prettier.
looks, yes, that looks wonderful. I love it in the Fiesta wear, sister. Okay, well, that's a wrap for today. And let's go ahead and,
Here's our tea. I made some Irish tea.
oh, wonderful.
So
Okay.
let's do a toast. You got a toast
Oh, well, here's to the luck of the Irish.
for the Irish.